Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Kicking the Caffeine. My name is Lauren and I am a recovered caffeine addict of 4 years, very proudly. I wanted to share with you guys my 4-step approach for kicking my coffee habit since coffee was the worst for me. I decided that even though I knew it wasn't going to be fun after doing my research about caffeine and seeing the direct correlation with my Crohn's disease, that I needed to get rid of it. So my 4-step approach, step 1, I removed that cream and sugar I was adding into my coffee. And this did 2 things. One was it removed 2 of the 3 ingredients in the coffee that were major inflammatory substances. And secondly, it allowed me to remove the thought from my brain that I actually enjoy drinking coffee, because without the cream and sugar, to me, it wasn't enjoyable as much anymore. Step 2, I decided that after getting used to drinking coffee without cream and sugar, I was going to go half decaf, half regular. So this way I was reducing the amount of caffeine I was taking. So half decaf, half regular, no cream, no sugar. I did that for probably about 2 weeks. And then I decided to switch to step 3, fully decaffeinated coffee. And what I want you to remember about decaf is that it still has small amounts of caffeine in it. So I was still getting a little bit of caffeine, but I didn't have to go through the symptoms of withdrawing from caffeine like headaches. And I was pretty successful at doing that. Lastly, probably about 4 weeks after drinking fully decaffeinated, I decided that even though I was a little kid, I didn't like tea. I was going to try and reintroduce myself to tea. So this way I could still have a warm beverage in the morning. And what I found was that I actually do have a very strong love for tea, which I never would have guessed. And I started to play around and experiment a little bit, so I encourage you guys to do so, because I don't like all teas. There's a lot of teas I don't like, but I'm encouraging you to explore the option of herbal teas, and particularly herbal because they do not have any caffeine in them. And this is really important if you want to remove caffeine from your life. The teas I like to drink, I'm going to list 4 for you guys here, but a couple of them, because like I said, I have a lot of teas and I don't like all of them. So if I don't like them, I'll give them to somebody else or take them to the salon for other people to drink. But the brand Numi makes a chai tea, an herbal chai tea, and it's great for your autoimmune system because of the cinnamon. And then I also enjoy another brand called Traditional Medicine, and particularly their mint teas. And their mint teas for digestion are really great. So peppermint, spearmint, I like all of them. And peppermint's nice because it's a really easy one to drink. There's not any weird flavors or tastes to it. The other one that I really like to drink from that brand, the Traditional Medicine, is the turmeric? I don't know how to pronounce it. I never know how to pronounce it. Everybody says it different. But that's the one I like to drink, and particularly because it is an anti-inflammatory. So I do want to caution you with that one. It does stain, so be careful with your countertops, especially if they are white. And lastly, I like to drink peach tea. Peach tea I find to be very relaxing. It has similar effects for me as CBD does. So physically, it just takes me down a notch and kind of helps to mellow me out. And I've found that, again, I really love tea. So I encourage you to play around, see what you think, let me know. I'm interested. As I was working the coffee out of my diet, I noticed that I needed caffeine less and less. When I was weaning myself off of coffee, I was simultaneously making changes in my diet, good changes. These changes in diet boosted my energy level tenfold. I've always been big on drinking water, but to replace the energy drinks I was consuming in the evening, I started just drinking a ton of water with added lemon. Although it wasn't my bubbly dose of caffeine, I didn't find that I missed it much. What I wanted to share with you guys was the benefits that I am gaining now from taking the caffeine out of my diet. I have found that I no longer have any issue with running to the bathroom in the morning. I don't feel that same nauseating pain consistently throughout the morning because I've taken the coffee out of my diet. The other thing I've noticed is that my shaky hands are no longer an issue. And as a hairdresser, that's really important, right? I can keep my hand nice and steady. Leading into that, I'm also a lot more calm. I'm not on edge. I'm not all anxiety ridden because I'm all wired from the caffeine. And lastly, my energy level stays consistent throughout the day. I'm not having this up, down, up, down, up, down of energy level. I'm literally up and I stay up all the way throughout the day. And it's fantastic. And I think that alone is the hugest part of the reason why I choose to stay away from the caffeine. Knowing the way that I feel, I never want to go back to the way I was before. So I hope this has helped you guys in some way, shape, or form. Let me know if you have questions, and I'm looking forward to our next episode.